Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a block that is called Susannah. It is from the Farmer's Wife quilt. So we're going to need 3 fabrics. Out of the first fabric you're going to need a strip that is 2.5 by 11 and 2 squares that are 2.5 by 2.5. And actually out of the second fabric you're going to need the same thing. A 2.5 by 11 strip and 2 squares that are 2.5 by 2.5. And the third color, you're going to need 4 rectangles that are 2.5 by 4.5. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take our 2 strips and we're going to pin them. Let's move this up. Cut these on the salvage. I just want to make sure they're together. So I'm going to pin it. If you're comfortable not pinning it, don't pin it. Excuse me. All right, so I'm going to lay that to the side. Next, you're going to take your 4 rectangles, and I did do mine. Mine is sort of directional, so I wanted to kind of keep it that way. We're going to take these cards out. We don't need them right now. So you're going to line it up, the 2 that are going this way and 2 are going this way. So for this, I'm going to do... These 2 are going to have one color, and the 2 horizontal ones are going to have another. So what we're going to do is you're going to lay a ruler down. Unless you're comfortable not doing it. I laid a ruler down corner to corner and drew a line, and I had already done that. So we're just going to lay it on here like this. It's going to be at the bottom of this one. We're going to pin it. I'm going to get it up there even. And then it's going to be at the top of this one. So we're going to pin it at the top of this one. And this really doesn't matter because once you flip it, it could be the top or the bottom either way as far as this direction goes. It's just how my pattern is, so that's how I'm going to do it. So we're going to lay those to the side. Excuse me. Now these we're going to do just right here. This one's going to go like this because when we flip it open, we want it to look, we want it on this side. And this one is opposite. So we're going to do this one over here. And again, it doesn't really matter because when you, I could lay that one on this side too and then just turn it and it would be the same thing. But now I'm going to take it to the sewing machine. I'm going to sew down all these and I'm going to sew my strip together and I'll be right back. All right. Excuse me. I've sewn those. We'll cut them apart here. For these, now you could do this 2 ways and I'll show you both. This one you could just take and we're going to cut off about a 1/4 inch. So there's our seam allowance. This will go into my scrappy quilt. We're going to do that here too. Or you could use the rotary cutter. Line it up right there. So you know you have a 1/4 inch. Neither one's wrong. Neither one's right, really. Whatever you want to do. The same thing. So now we're going to press them open. They're going to look just like this. right, we're going to lay those to the side. Press this open. All right, now we're going to cut. I am so sorry. We are going to cut our pieces. First, I'm going to even this up. So I'm going to line up on the stitch line right there. Line up my straight line. Cut that off. Now we're going to go and cut these into 2.5-inch strips, and we need 4 of them. So actually, I may have made this a little too big, but that's okay because I'd rather have too much than not enough. I only need 4. Oh, I know what I did. Mine were bigger than 11 because I just cut off of the fat quarter. I just cut straight down the one side of it. So yours won't be that long. So now we're going to lay out our block because all our pieces are together. So we're going to lay it out, and we're going to have, let's see, what are we going to do? We're going to put the dark pieces on the outside. So they're going to lay like this, right there. So then we're going to take these pieces, and these are going to go up here. So we're going to go, see, these are the diagonal ones, and these go up and down. Right there and right there. But what I'm going to do is now we're going to sew each individual block. So we're going to sew these together, and these together, and then these and these. Just like that. We're going to fold this, and we're going to pin it. Just one right there in the middle. There's no seam. You just need to line it up as best you can. I wanted to get a video posted yesterday, but I just didn't. Time got away from me. So we're going to line that up, pin it, and we're going to go sew these down, and I'll be right back to show you the next step. Sewn them all together. I'm going to cut them apart. Cut my starter off. Grab the pressing mat. I've had a few questions. This is a Cricut easy press mat. I would love a wool pressing mat, you guys, but I'm allergic to wool, so it is just not in the cards for me. This one, I'm not sure what's in it, but it's covered with something else, so even if it is wool, it doesn't bother me. We're just going to press these open. I'm pressing towards what is the green on mine, but you can press either way. So now we're going to lay it back out. See, you want to make sure well, I wanted to make sure mine's directional, but you don't have to. And then you want to make sure these are opposite. So now we're going to sew these two together and these two together, and then I'll be back and we'll look at the next step. All right, let's see how we did. I'm gonna iron mine towards this white piece, and I'm gonna iron them both towards that because then they'll nest together. That is not bad. Got some thread showing through there, but it's okay, I'll pick at it later. All right, so there is that, and then you'll line them back up, opposites, my burgundy and my white. We're gonna nestle them together. And we're gonna pin it. And we're gonna try to line that up. I have a hard time getting this part on any of my blocks to line up when they're like this. But I keep making them anyway. And then this one, I'm really gonna have a hard time. But again, whatever. All right, so I'm gonna sew that and then I'll be right back and show you the finished product. Okay. Let's see what we've done. Well, like I said, the middle's on point, but these two are not because, well, just because I didn't line it up right in the sewing process. So the square finishes at about 8 1/4. I'd probably trim it down to 8, would make it look good. I did this one, and I also did this one. This is also fabric from Walmart for summer, I guess. No, it was spring. It was the ones that they just discounted because I just got them for about 1/4 each, 10 cents each on the fat quarters, or yeah, the rolled up fat quarters. So there you have it. Again, this block is called Susannah, and it is from the Farmer's Wife quilt. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you try it out, and I hope it works well for you. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll see you in the next video.